Tonight, from Sacramento, California, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. As we'll see Jameis Winston and the Sacramento Miners versus Kyler Murray and the Cincinnati Bengals.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Aldrick Rosas, ready to get us going. And off we go from the California capital. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 3rd down, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted number 1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920, and 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number, 920, almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000? What a phenomenal achievement if he gets there, and I have no reason to believe he won't.
Here's Murray from midfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Oh, able to avoid him. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Murray. He finds his man complete. That's Young. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Murray. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Murray now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Kadarius Toney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a Bengals score. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 30 on second down, Winston. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A first down throw for Winston. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position, because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Play fake, Winston. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Winston. And it's caught. Touchdown. T. Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Miners are an extra point away from drawing level. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. These two teams all tied after 1. from the 28. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Murray. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Murray now to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. From the 24, Winston. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. He's got his tight end fan. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 1st down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. To throw is Winston. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Winston. And it's caught. Touchdown. Robert Woods. His first touchdown on the year. And the Miners have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Singletary. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd down and 8. Here's Murray. Allen has it, left side. On first down, Singletary. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Singletary here running out of the gun. Down right around the 25. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. To throw.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He needed 2. He only got 1. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First down, Winston. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Here's Winston. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. Again. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
That's a letdown defensively because they had him stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, as the first half is winding down. And the Miners will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Patterson now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengal offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here of the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. This is the tight end Fant. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Winston. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They go right back to Singletary. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st down, Singletary, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. On 2nd down, Singletary. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, defensively, that was the same case on that play. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Singletary again. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Able to get away. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Henry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Second down, they go again with Henry. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Winston now. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Murray. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Kramer. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And taken right on the 30. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Henry again on second down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 64 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And the busy night for Henry continues.
Haven't been a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Barkley with a carry on 1st down, and he'll get about 4, so 2nd and 6 forthcoming. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. And a short gain down to about the 33. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. He's got Lee again, complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Henry. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Miners are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up second and third down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back, but boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down. Murray. Thomas has got it. Complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Kramer. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Aaron Donald. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Murray going to throw. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. McDonald in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw caught by Tony.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. Wiggles free. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the home team here, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.